Hi everyone! It is the very beginning of February. We are having an unseasonably warm spell. It is, I think, 75, but I'm not complaining. Anyways, today I'm going to be starting some more Icelandic poppies. And I have already started some at the beginning of January, but given that poppies only take about 90 days from planting to flowering, I still have some time to get some going that'll have a chance to bloom this spring before it gets too terribly hot. So if you haven't grown Icelandic poppies before, they are quite a bit trickier to germinate than, say, Shirley poppies or breadseed poppies that you just scatter out in the yard and they'll make their appearance when they're ready. Iceland poppies are a little bit more finicky, require more patience with germination, and really, at least in my climate, don't work very well for the scatter and wait method. So I'm going to be starting them in seed trays today. I'm going to be starting some Iceland poppy seeds from Uprising Seeds. They are a new seed company to me this year, but they had a lot of the varieties that I was interested in. So go ahead and check them out if you haven't already. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I'm going to be starting Pastel Meadows, which is a beautiful variety of Iceland poppy. So here we have our seed tray where I have pre-wetted the soil. And something to keep in mind is that you want to have your soil stay moist. You can think about maybe like a wrung out sponge, so not sopping wet, but you're going to want to keep that consistent moisture level the entire time while you are waiting for your seeds to germinate. I forgot to mention, it is helpful to cold stratify your poppy seeds, but not necessary, just helpful if you have the time. So if you have, maybe you have a little bit of a later spring. My spring kind of starts in March, really. But say if your temperatures warm up around April, I would pop these in the fridge for maybe a week or two and then go ahead and plant these. But if not, go ahead. Some will definitely germinate. So here we go. Here are our tiny poppy seeds. We are going to surface sow them because they require light to germinate. So I'm going to take one or two seeds and place them right on top of our moist soil in each cell. So this is a little hard to do with just one hand. So I'll just show you. You see I have a seed there on my hand, and I'm just going to lightly sprinkle it right there on top of the soil. So as I go around, and I can pinch just a little bit of the seeds, and if you kind of sprinkle in between your fingers, you should feel, or you can even see, one or two grains go into each tray. If you don't have that good of eyesight, I would suggest just trying to pick up one at a time to make sure that you're not putting too many in one tray. If you end up putting too many, no big deal. As they germinate, you can actually kind of pluck them out and replant them in the tray, in another tray cell, very gently. It's very important that you make sure your cell tray does not dry out. You're going to want to bottom water and or use a hand mister to mist your seeds because they're so tiny. If you were to water on the surface of the tray, you would just wash them away and they'd probably get buried under the soil, and because they need light to germinate, that would not work very well. These are some that I planted a few weeks ago, and they took a little bit. Definitely requires patience, but these have sprouted, and so I expect the ones that I have planted today, given consistent moisture, to sprout here in about 2 weeks or so. These are what you can expect. Thanks for watching today. Let me know if you are starting Iceland poppies this spring, and if you are not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to be able to see what I have going on this spring in the garden. So anyways, thanks for watching and happy gardening.